Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest where we're playing our blind playthrough of Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. And I think we're very close to wrapping this case up. In fact, my suspicion is that we're about to finally break down Callisto Yu, the murderer in this particular case. But I'm not really sure. She could have another kind of turnaround moment. But let's see. Let's go ahead and see. So we've been having a back and forth about this Yatagarasu's key, and to be honest, it's been a little confusing to me about exactly what our position of power is with the knowledge around this key and the fact that it turns into the knife. But either way, we seem to have wiggled our way to making her stumble. So let's see how this pans out. Only one person would have knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife? The Yatagarasu. Is this... Are we? I'll be honest, I was starting to suspect, although at the beginning of this case I was like, yeah, we're going to find out, like clearly the Yatagarasu is a big part of this case. I've long suspected, and I've said many times, I long suspected that it was Callisto. But as the case went on, I started thinking about it, and I think I mentioned in the last episode, or at least a very recent one, I kind of thought, like, surely we're not actually going to find out. In the game's narrative, surely we're not going to find out who the Yatagarasu is, because it seems like we don't know in the future. Like our other cases have been in the future where the Yatagarasu appears to still be unknown. And I thought, well, maybe we, the player, might find out who the Yatagarasu is, but surely Edgeworth won't know. But maybe he does. Maybe somehow this is... Because most people don't know who the Yatagarasu is. Is it possible that he does secretly have this knowledge? I mean, the whole rest of the game is sort of running through my mind now, and because I hadn't considered this question, I can't remember if there's any tell about whether he actually might know secretly or not. Okay, anyway.
Take that!
There is only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key. And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself. So surely we can say from this point, Edgeworth knows. You know, like, even if it doesn't actually come out in a court case. But how could it not? How could it not if it's completely entwined with this case? Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yatagarasu? Ms. Yu, you used Mr. Rell to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You who profess to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why do something like this? The other thing that's always been surprising to me about... Like, I've long said I suspect Callisto is the murderer in this case, you know, increasingly. But I've even longer suspected her as being the Yatagarasu. It just sort of made sense in more and more ways. And also because she's kind of cool. She is kind of cool. But I have struggled with the fact that they genuinely seem to be setting the Yatagarasu up as, you know, a cool thief of justice. And even in this series of games, it always seemed kind of unlikely to me that they would set the Yatagarasu up as also a murderer. You know what I mean? And Bad specifically said there's no way that the Yatagarasu would stoop to murdering. And in fact, the Yatagarasu wouldn't send things to the police. The Yatagarasu, you know, would only send things to the media to make them public. So what I was thinking is that Mr. Faraday, they seem to be suggesting that Mr. Faraday had pretended to be the Yatagarasu and done some Yatagarasu-like tactics, but kind of screwed them up in a way. But is that the case with Callisto? But how does that explain her knowledge of the key? I don't know. I'm actually I'm lost in the weeds here. Yeah, she's gone. She's gone. Here it is. The laughter turns to tears. Is that right? Is she going to do a Yatagarasu reveal? Who would have thought that you... Yeah, what are we going to get from her? What are we going to get from her behind that hair? A stupid rookie prosecutor would see through me. You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than when I sneak into some place. You? He's sweating. You killed Faraday? Why? Answer me, Callisto, you. Aha. Oh, by the way, I also just remembered that somebody had suggested that there was a pun to Callisto's name. The only thing I've really been able to come up with is callous to you, as in someone who is callous to a person. And I guess in a way she is callous to us, so that's the best I can do. That's the best I've been able to figure out, is the sort of the double meaning in her name. Aha. Callisto, you... that's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatagarasu. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that your name is Yatagarasu. Surely that's a character that you've created, right? Surely Callisto is your name. Or do you have yet another name? I don't know. Is she pretending to be the Yatagarasu right now? How is this going to play out? Is she... I don't know. Are we pulling her into a weird little trap? Let me tell you, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Rel an offer, an acquittal for a little favour in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagarasu in court. But at first he said he was the Yatagarasu, and he only changed his mind when he saw the footage, the footage of him. Well, maybe that was him first trying to get away with it in some other way. And then when he saw the conclusive footage and he thought, oh crap, I'm going to need help, maybe that's when he drew on the offer of Callisto. Okay. But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdrop on them through a crack in the door. That Rel caves through a crack in the door? Sorry, isn't the whole thing about these rooms that you're not meant to be able to hear or see things within them? What crack in the door do you mean? I mean, I assume she means the door was open, but yeah, I don't know. Why? That Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. Just really seems like the whole character of the Yatagarasu is, pretty much ruined through this. But didn't you say that you despised criminals? But do I really? You! Have you forgotten about the KG8 incident too? Maybe. What sort of woman would... I feel like she doesn't really have a lot of conviction in her answers right now. So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Huh. Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagarasu by using this Yatagarasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Yeah, probably all of police and everyone in the courthouse once they spend a small amount of time investigating this, right? Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday, and in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key, just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside that plastic bag. Yikes. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life. Wow. That's pretty shocking. And here's the other thing. That knife slash Yatagarasu key has the butterflies on it, has the symbols from the Kodopian embassy flag. So, like, what's the connection here between her and this embassy? How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know? At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well. I believe I mentioned while we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest, something about having accidentally created an eyewitness, and how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they'd killed each other. Then the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of the surveillance tape, which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet. Hang on. She had Rel help her set up the crime scene, and then she shot him. So... man, this is all over the place. Client. If you want to talk about who was a client of whose first, it was me. I was the client in the murder of the Kodopian embassy staff member, Dademan. You ordered a hit job? You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. I had Dademan killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination? It can't be. You're... That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring. Wow, so the Yatagarasu is really bad. But Kei deeply admires the Yatagarasu as a figure of justice. Wow. Okay. This is what I was having so much trouble understanding. Like, I really felt like the game was really going to keep the Yatagarasu as a genuine figure of justice. Unless she is pretending, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's going in that direction. How could this? You don't mean you're working with Manny Cochin too, do you? Oh, you don't mean you're working with Manny Cochin too, do you? Maybe not. Guess you'll never know. Oh my god. The Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer. Be quiet. You, Yatagarasu. You can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court. I have no idea what is going to happen. Hey, Edgeworth, did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is? I don't know where this is going. I am wondering if she will just escape, right? Like, I mean, if she is the proper Yatagarasu, surely she's a very effective escape artist, but But I don't know where this 3-leg thing is going. No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. Gun. You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handed the Yatagarasu's key right to me without a second thought. Okay, so we're gonna lose our evidence. But what we have is 3 people in this room. Oh man, I'm starting to get worried about Bad. I'm starting to get worried because I never see him again after this game. But at the very least, for the time being, you've got 3 people in this room who have heard all of this. Me, Francisca, who definitely do exist in the future. I don't know how this is. I don't know how this is all going to tie up, or how this is going to connect together with the events in the future. Really, everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. You mean the key was your real target? And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes of your negligence. You two, get down! Yeah, I'm really afraid for Bad right now. No. My body, I can't move. Oh, our little guy. Hey, mister, to your right. Wow, this is a really interesting visual style that they're doing here. What has just happened? So Kay shouted, to your right. I assume to us. Does that mean he jumped out of the way of the bullet? Obviously, we know he's okay. But that was nevertheless a bit of a shocking scene. Are you all right, Francisca? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go? Oh no. Oh no, that was it. That was it. That was it. No. September 10, 7 p.m, District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh, there he is. Oh, I thought he would be dead. Oh, okay. I thought that's the end of Detective Bad. Okay, sorry, it looks like she got away. Is Kay fine? I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bad, how did she get away? We're in a courthouse. What on earth? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket. I hope so. I hope he's not doing that noble thing of like not talking about her. He may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. But more importantly, boy, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, Ms. Von Karma, are you two hurt? I'm absolutely fine. I'm also all right, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, yes, thank you. Are we not asking where the child is? Where is she? I don't know. She just sort of Everybody should be on top of this. Everybody should have been panicking about this first. What are you guys talking about? I'll go look for her. Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. I'm sorry I doubted you. Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Gumshoe is so sweet and forgiving. God. I lied to you guys too, after all. For like a really small lie for a really sweet reason. I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? You got it, Pops. Pops? Watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we? Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. You kind of all do that. I should get back to the investigation. We should find Kay. Are you kidding? We should have serious music right now. We should have the that should be playing right now. I swear I'll catch you if that's the last thing I do. Have we all forgotten that there was a child involved in a serious incident just now? Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday. We are all actively selecting to forget about Kate. We are erasing her. Even Gumshoe right now. Where was the last? Speaking of Kate, where is she? I don't know. She just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. What on earth? What on earth? Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything. I'm struggling to get over it, but we're just gonna... Everyone else is moving on. I'm being forced to move on. I cannot believe that we're not panicking about Kay being gone and Kay being missing at the moment that she ran in the same direction as a gun-toting criminal who escaped and murdered people and then tried to murder more people. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. It's sad Judge again. It's back to his existential crisis. I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, it was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so yeah, I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor. Well, even if we didn't have His Honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf. Yeah, I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, so long as you're not fired. You should work hard, give it all you have, and perform your duties well. Thanks, Edgeworth. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. She did? Oh, what is it? What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship. Swiss roll. It's a courthouse special Swiss roll. Can I really have it? Yes, it's a present meant for you after all. Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal, because I really like Kay and we have this whole friendship, and I've nevertheless forgotten about what just happened with her completely and all the risk that she's in as a child. I'm gonna eat this right now. Sure, go ahead. The Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay bought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective. And even as we talk about her, we are forgetting about her. He's so happy it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. Whoop, whoop, that was good, pal. I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I gotta thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she? Oh my god, you cartoonish clowns, you fools. I'm feeling kind of Francisco-ish right now about everyone I'm surrounded by. He only noticed just now? Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? What about you? Edgeworth, what are you doing about this situation? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him. Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first... You know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Aside from how deeply disappointed I am with you both for ignoring, the risk to the child, putting that aside, for the time being, this is very sweet. This is very sweet. And Edgeworth looks properly young in this picture, I've got to say. And actually, this picture perfectly sums up what their future relationship is going to be. Gumshoe's going to be really nice to him, and Edgeworth is going to be very cold back. I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what has happened to Papa. Do you though? Do you think that's a good idea? After what you've heard, does it not wrangle around in your brain a little bit? Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective. Roger, sir. And don't you worry, I'll investigate the next case we're on real well. I'll be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Wow, that's it. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. So, I mean, but what happened in the long term? Like, a few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But what happened with Callisto? Like, she was never found? But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. But I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared and was found, she's now... But I mean, what happened in between? What happened? Like, was she... Like, this should be a huge tragedy if she... Like, was she found after that incident? Okay, let's see where this goes. So, do you remember now? Yes, I remember everything. Kay, it's been a while. We thought you were dead. It was a huge thing. You were on the news for years and years. Kay, you sure grew up a lot. And Kay... Man, there are some really big questions here. Kay herself was in that courtroom when Callisto was accused, right? And she heard all of that, and then she saw Callisto tried to kill, you know, people that she should respect. And also, oh my God, oh, my brain is melting again. Like, surely she also understood that Callisto is the one who killed her father. So why is she taking on the Yatagarasu's whole shtick? What is happening? Kay, she sure grew up a lot. Of course, but thank goodness. I thought you two had totally forgotten about me. We did, immediately. You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time? You were worried? Wasn't it a huge tragic part of this case? Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. You have to assume that means she was literally found after this case, right? By Bad and, you know, was put into care and all of that sort of stuff. Okay. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much. Oh, is that what happened? Wouldn't you have looked into this at all? Wouldn't you have asked? Wouldn't you have, like... I don't know. I mean, these people, like Faraday was a part of this, you know, like a part of his network. Like, it wouldn't have been hard to find this stuff out, right? Well, I'm just glad you're all right. So does it all make sense now? It does not. It does not. You betcha it does. Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently and...
Hold it!
Thank you. Finally, the voice of reason. The voice of reason here. Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay. Huh? First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? Okay, I have some questions back for you, Edgeworth, which is, why are you asking this question now and not at the beginning of, you know, this case where we're back to now, when you first met her? Why were you not asking these questions then? The Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father. Exactly. He is summing up two of my main problems here. No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu. was my father. Okay. So, it does make perfect sense to me that Callisto... Alright, great. I'm happy to hear this. It does make perfect sense to me that Callisto was not the real Yatagarasu. But I have to say that if that's the case, I'm struggling with things like, what's the deal with the key? You know? Like, is the key just a completely irrelevant key? She called it the Yatagarasu key and sent it in, and it actually had nothing to do with the Yatagarasu. But I'm still really struggling, and I have from the very beginning of this fourth case, with seeing her father as the Yatagarasu. Can I just say, he just doesn't give off that vibe. He doesn't give off the vibe of a cool guy. You know? Like, alright, the real Yatagarasu was my father. Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu. Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently. So this is only recently you came to understand this. And I found a secret diary hidden among his books. There are so many loose threads all over the place still. I suppose at the very least, if we go back to the idea that Mr. Faraday is the Yatagarasu, then it is kind of the basic explanation for that line that came up ages ago, that he was saying, there's another way to handle tricky cases, you know. But I always thought that meant he was going to copy the Yatagarasu's tactics. Alright. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. See? I mean, this... Alright, let's see where this goes. This alone could be read in two different ways, though. It could mean, I don't regret being the Yatagarasu. Or it could mean, I have no regrets in taking the methods of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. Okay, Kay, I'm going to say I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong, and I think you... Okay. I think you might have made some big mistakes, but I just can't foresee where this is going to go. But that's impossible. I agree it's impossible. What's with that look? You don't believe me? It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now. Alright then. How do you explain this? It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing. Yep, that's Little Thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father. Wow, Miss Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh? Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed. And the Yatagarasu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagarasu had been spotted again recently. Someone other than you? Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, it's her little bag, finally. Here, Mr. Edgeworth, take a look at this article. Yatagarasu sends card to embassy. I need to point out again, anybody could print these cards. Anybody could print these cards. They're in the paper, the design is there. The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card? Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Callisto, you lady, is behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out. But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicised. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves. Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up and I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out, so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you're saying that I have your father's and Ms. Yu's identities backwards? Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. This is really fascinating, and to be honest, it makes me feel better about being confused about the direction a lot of these things have gone in. And I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace. Kay, you're so honourable. I don't care what anyone else thinks, I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even though I forgot about you immediately once it's a gun-toting criminal kind of ran in the direction that you ran and then nobody knew where you were. Even if you are honourable, a thief is a thief. Oh, Edgeworth, calm down. And if you are plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Mr. Edgeworth, you guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now? Mr. Edgeworth, what I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman. That evil woman? You mean Callisto Yu? I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me? I do like that ultimately Kay is driven by wanting, justice in regards to the woman that took her father's life. I mean, that at least is finally something that sort of rings true about what's going on. Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you. Huh? Owe me for what? When Monsieur made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I am not so rude as to leave favours unrepaid. Then you mean... Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you. Mr. Edgeworth, thank you. Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Isn't that great, Kay? Yeah, it sure is, Gummy. Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. So did you. What is with their chummy relationship? Why didn't you indicate anything about knowing who she was? I'm also just remembering that at the very beginning of the third case, it seemed... So he just said, all right, Kay's been following him. Kay found him because of course she has a past memory of him being great at figuring things out. Cool, that makes sense. But I'm fairly sure I remember that at the beginning of the third case, when they were first having a discussion down in the, in that first basement room, that she said something like, I remember, It was something like that. So it seemed like she only remembered him in that moment, which would mean that she had been at that theme park for a totally different reason. All right, well, maybe this will all come out. The great thief Yatagarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Bern Faraday, Callisto Yu, and Kay Faraday. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu. And the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. Ooh. Well, it has to, doesn't it? Because this is the last case. So it's all got to come together here. And by all, I mean quite a lot. There's quite a lot of things that all kind of have to be answered. We've got to bring together the Yatagarasu stuff, like all of the individual cases that have come up so far, Mr. Amano and the Amano group and the smuggling ring and the Interpol killings, and then all of this Zheng Fa stuff. All of the Zheng Fa stuff as well. Oh, hang on, I've already done that. So... maybe someone else is going to be... Is that Kay or is that... That doesn't look like Kay. That doesn't look like Kay. I mean, it's the key. Could that be Callisto's hair? Or is this another person? Could it be Kay's mother? Is the Yatagarasu? And there's a castle in the background. Maybe we'll get some answers here about kind of what this sort of... Like, Kay always has a bit of a... like a traditional Japanese sort of, like vibe to her outfit and to the music, her theme music and things like that. So maybe there's some things in her past that will make that make a bit of sense. 2 cards, one of the Black Raven, and one of the White Raven. Is there a good Yatagarasu and a bad Yatagarasu? A country torn in 2. One to the west and one to the east. Yeah. Okay. And those which were split are made whole again. The truth will reveal itself. Ha! What the freaking hell is this? It's the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu's here. Huh. You accursed Yatagarasu. Kay, you... Kay's trapped in a burning building. Is there a bad Yatagarasu and a good Yatagarasu? What on earth? Wow. Alright, I'm very excited about how all of this is going to come together. And of course, we've also got to bring into this mix our our neighbor prosecutor here. Okay, March 14, 10 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202, and everything is clean and in order. It's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea. I have some tea with me here too, Edgeworth. I'm going to join you. Lady Grey with honey. I'm going to imagine that that's also what Edgeworth is drinking. Especially after what a whirlwind the past few days have been. Yeah, man, when you put this all in order... On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent's murder. The next day, I investigated a kidnapping and a murder at the Gatewater Land theme park. And later that night, a detective's dead body welcomed me back to my office. That's right, oh my god, I'm just remembering. Along with a thief who was out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. And you have to imagine that this was a male, because, you know what I mean? Like, surely, I know that Edgeworth wouldn't have got a good look at them, but surely Edgeworth heard their voice and would have a sense for, whether it seemed, more masculine or more feminine. And obviously there's room for ambiguity there, but it just feels like that's something that Edgeworth would notice, whatever it was, you know what I mean, and comment on. Okay. Along with a thief who was out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? Well, at least I have today. Today will be fine. All I ask is that I be allowed to spend it quietly. Mr. Edgeworth! This is big, I tell you. Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly, the phrase, the fragility of dreams, comes to mind. What are you talking about, fragile dreams? Come on, let's go. The fake Yatagarasu isn't going to just find herself, Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid a visit last night by your fake. Oh, so it was maybe a woman's voice. I mean, surely if it was Callisto, you would literally recognize Callisto's voice, right? Even across 7 years, wouldn't that have made an impression on you? Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. Edgeworth, how did they sound? Did it sound like Callisto? But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far. So I must insist that you be patient on this one, Kay. What's with you today? Are you sure you aren't sleep-talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important that I want you to see. Oh, and that is... Take a look at this. I've seen this. On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. That's quite a bold declaration to send to an embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that a newspaper would catch wind of this. The date the card mentions is today. We are not going to have a quiet day, Edgeworth. Today, huh? Come on, we've got to hurry. The embassy awaits. I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating? Well, it's some really special country and I'm actually really fuzzy on the details. But never mind that. Where's all your energy? Why are you so like a daisical today? I'm not, Kay. You're just too wound up. You're the problem. No, you're the problem. Well, then you should get wound up too. Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman. You mean Miss Yu? The woman who killed Kay's father burned Faraday 7 years ago. Callisto Yu. She claimed to be the great thief Yatagarasu, and then disappeared from the courtroom. She makes me so mad. The phony. Everyone knows that the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a calling card. Until a company's underhanded dealings are made public, the target is always totally unaware that the Yatagarasu has paid them a visit. That's what makes the real Yatagarasu so awesome. The Yatagarasu's card that's shown in this article, it looks to me as though it could be genuine. See, that's the thing. Whoever it is, that person isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yatagarasu. Again, can I just point out that anybody can get cards printed, and the designs are literally printed in the paper. If this isn't a clue that that woman's involved, then nothing is. Ooh, she's getting her, I don't know, tightening her gloves. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, out the door you go. Wait, there are a few preparations I must make before we go. I need to walk around my room and look at all of the various objects here. Because I've missed my chance to do that previously. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. Well, it's the black one. It's of a different color than the one in the article, which makes me wonder why. Logical. What's up? Any reason why you're boring a hole through the newspaper with your eyes? No reason at all. Very well, seeing as how Ms. Yu is also someone of a special nature to me, I agree there is some merit to be found in investigating this. I knew you'd come around. Oh no, we're leaving the office. I wanted to look at the things in the back. Oh, okay. Oh. By the light of this night's glorious moon. Oh my god, yes. I was hoping. I missed this music. And this is where our tale begins. Oh, I'm so pleased. Oh, it's so awesome. When I saw that castle in the background, I should have said it. I was, I thought it was, I didn't think it was going to happen, to be honest. I thought it was going to go in a different direction. Like it was just that, there would be some other kind of traditional Japanese setting for some reason. But, of course, we have had previous cases with the Steel Samurai. We've got the Steel Samurai, model in Edgeworth's office, so I'm really, really happy that it's come around to this again. Because if nothing else, it's cool. He's a cool character. It's a cool setting, and also it's something that Edgeworth is excited about, and we'll probably try to pretend he's not. And also probably means we'll get Old Bag back again as well. Heh, what a coincidence. I mean, of course we'll probably get all of our characters back again, right? Who would have thought that a Steel Samurai stage show would have ever been held at such an elegant theatre inside a foreign embassy? Okay. Of course. Yeah, why? Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. I got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. I suppose it really is more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. I have to say though, the embassy is set up kind of funny. I mean, they have two countries sharing the same building. Oh my god, what? That's very interesting. So we've got... What is the relationship between Kodopia and Borginia, I wonder? Have they said it and I've sort of... I don't know. Well, as you said yourself, this place and the countries it houses are very special. Even this theatre is special in that it is a neutral zone shared by the two countries. I just had to pause. Okay. Even this theatre is special in that it is a neutral zone shared by the two countries. So let me get this straight. The Steel Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the two countries. Yeah. The one that's called the Kingdom of Alabast, right? The Kingdom of Alabast? So that's got the flower... Yes, it would appear that the Steel Samurai is very popular in that country as well. The knife key, the key knife, had butterflies and the flower logo on it. Seems that way. But you know who I'm really into? The Jammin Ninja. And the Republic of Babal is sponsoring a Jammin Ninja stage show. Okay, so sort of once again we have like do we have kind of a battle between the different characters? Like, between like different you know, what's a word for them? Like, I don't know, you know, not superheroes, but yeah, you know what I mean. Okay. That's something for fangirls like me. We've totally got to see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. The Jammin Ninja show is going to kick the Steel Samurai show rear end. No, he's a samurai fan. You know, ever since I first met this girl, I've always had this inkling that what she really wants to be is not a thief, but rather a ninja. Yeah. So anyway, about today's event. What's it called again? The Kingdom of Alabast versus the Republic of Babal Goodwill Jubilee. Versus Goodwill Jubilee. The small European countries of the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babal. These two countries used to be a single entity that was abundant with nature. Okay, there we go. And it was... Oh, okay. I was confused why we had two different names. I was like, is there some sort of... You know, I felt like they were making it quite complicated, but I was like, you know, just, you know, there could, in terms of like sort of the political economy and, you know, geography of these two places, there could be a couple of different tiers to the names, you know what I mean? But no, okay. So, there we go. Kodopia is the one that has both of them, and they were split into these two countries, and one took the flower and one took the butterflies. Okay. Is everything alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm alright. Moving on. After a period of civil unrest, the country split in two. I wonder why he had that little pause there. Is he just thinking about the old case maybe? Though signs of their past remain. For example, their flags preserve the flower and butterfly motifs to this day. I'm just sort of taking this in a little bit more because I remember about the flower, I remember about the butterfly, but maybe I should sort of remember some of like the color palettes, you know, and the you know, the red and the yellow, and then the white and the yellow, and the fact that one has the leaves and the other one has the I don't know, like the turrets, whatever you call those. Okay. But again, the knife key had both because it was still Kodopia back then. Kodopia, huh? The KG8 incident, and what was referred to as the second KG8 incident, in which an embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of Kodopia. In the 7 years that have passed, the country may have split into two. However, the Yatagarasu still sent a calling card here. What could it all mean? This is what I'm asking. I'm really like... You know, the last case was really cool. I super enjoyed it. But it left me with more questions than answers for absolute sure. More questions than answers. This fifth case, and this is just the way it is with Ace Attorney games, right? You get to the fifth case and you're always like, what the hell? You know, like we have a lot to tie up here. I know it will be done, but I'm genuinely not really sure what's going on with so many of these threads and how they're going to link together. Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. I mean, I know Mr. Amano will be a huge villain. That's one thing for sure. That's been apparent since, you know, pretty much as soon as we saw him with his big handfuls of money. Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me. What were we talking about again? If you could please stop spacing out on me. Anyway, we were talking about the Alabast versus Babal Goodwill Jubilee. I suppose it's interesting to note as well that Alabast and Babal are, of course, AB, and then Kudopia is C. A plus B equals C sort of thing. Or just ABC. The two countries have had a pretty bad relationship with each other. But supposedly they've been trying really hard to make up recently. That's why they decided to hold this event. If that's the case, then why the verses? Also, both countries claim to own the real Prima Duck statue, a national treasure to both. Prima Duck statue. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today to see which one's the real deal. Also, like, they each have a version of the statue? Okay, need I remind you to take care and not succumb to your thieving desires? Well, when it comes to treasure, I can't help myself. You know that. She seems to... The other thing that's interesting about her is that she's sort of like cosplaying thief in a way. And yet, like, the way she talks about the Yatagarasu is as a, you know, a paragon of justice. You know, like, they find evidence to uncover corporate corruption. That's not just finding treasure and stealing it, you know what I mean? Oh, hi, Pixel! Hey! She had better be saying that in jest. Hey, I can read your body language, you know, and you've got it all wrong. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. I know. And although we don't know if the Yatagarasu will really make an appearance, I suppose we should still spend some time examining this place. He's just excited about looking at all of the Steel Samurai stuff. I feel like this is probably an important guy, maybe. Let's go and look at this. Hang on. Hey. There is a flat panel, a tape deck, and a row of Steel Samurai videos on this table. I suppose it's so visitors can watch an episode or two at their leisure. I guess it really is just that popular, huh? Yes, although I never thought I would see it reach this level of popularity. I liked it before it was this popular. I've just noticed our friend in the corner there. Oh my god. Everyone really is coming back. That made me cough. I wonder why they decided to call on the Steel Samurai for an event like this. I mean, it's like they intended to cut the two countries apart with the samurai sword instead. Wouldn't that go against the whole point of this event? Oh, let's go talk to it. But then again, it might be... Let's look at slightly inconsequential things first. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. The Barbalese embassy is just beyond those doors, sir. Do you have some business with the embassy? Do you require immediate access? No, that's quite alright. Are you sure, sir? Anyone and everyone is always welcome in the Republic of Babal. Well then, so why is there a guard here? Since we're here, an embassy isn't some sort of theme park, Kate. You're such a buzzkill. Okay, we can look at these. The national flag of the Republic of Babal is on display here. The crest on it features a butterfly. It's really rare to see a national flag featuring an animal on it. Not really. I can list at least a few off for you that do. Okay, then are there flags with really chic things on them? Chic things? That's pretty vague, Kay. Although, by my definition, there aren't really any flags that feature a chic object. Oh, that's too bad, because if there was, I was thinking about stealing it. By chic, make it... yeah, okay. I was kind of thinking more like, you know, like fashionable, but maybe she means sort of like more... you know, I don't know, luxurious and extravagant / expensive. And what exactly would you do with a stolen national flag? Okay, exactly. Okay, that's good. Alright, now give me a dramatic slam right there. Stop! Hey, do you mind? Get out of the way, buddy. Okay, once more. In 3, 2, 1, action. Okay, was that my fault just now? Well, he's obviously working. I guess we should leave him alone. Yeah, I guess we should leave him alone. Guess we shouldn't get in the way of this shoot. And we're here, reporting live from the Theatrum Neutralis. As you can see, tonight's audience is full of enthusiasm. Let's see what this member of the audience has to say. Well, okay, that was good. Let's do one more run through. Excuse me, but when you are ready to film for real, would you mind giving me a call? I sensed that she didn't hear a single word I just said. It was interesting that he was actually, like, quite into being asked the question on television, though. The national flag of the Kingdom of Alabast is on display here. The crest on it features a flower. Flowers and butterflies are kind of rare motifs for flags, don't you think? Well, when they used to be Codopia, the government used to take pride in its land. The citizens also loved the rich, bountiful nature all around them, thus the design. Hey, if the Steel Samurai got popular enough, do you think they'd put him on their flag? Are you in your right mind, Kay? Or maybe the Jammer Ninja would make a better candidate. Don't make me laugh. Only the Steel Samurai deserves such an honor. So cute. That's what I was after. It's like, it's nice to see him being a fanboy. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. It's the Alabastian Embassy. Now, unless you have some business with the embassy, I suppose I can't really claim to have any business with the embassy right now. Well, you don't have to be so rude about it, Mr. Guard. Who's this guy? 10 more minutes. No, in 5 more minutes. But isn't it really bad for me to spend time doing this? It's no use. Would someone please tell me what I should do? You appear to be troubled by something. May I be of assistance? Leave me alone. I'm trying to figure out just the right time to talk to that girl over there. And if I mess up, it'll be because I'm talking to you right now. Somehow I get the feeling he's about to fall flat on his face. Well, let's just do as he wishes and leave him alone. Alright. You know, I've seen a lot of these shows in a bunch of other places, but today's show, it was like they went off for a complete comedy over... Yeah, and the last move, the Steel Samurai suit, oh no, I know, right? And the Pink Princess's movements were really stiff. In the middle of the show, I could swear that I heard her hip crack. Oh, I know, I totally thought that too. The Pink Princess has a bad hip, seriously? Just what were they thinking, you know? Well, suppose there is no graceful way to enter this conversation. There are pamphlets about the 2 embassies here on this table. Aha! Ooh! Man, when you see something like this, there's going to be an interesting murder taking place here. It still looks weird to me. The country split into 2 a few years back, and they've shared the building and its grounds 50-50 ever since. Oh, I guess it's because they don't have the money to build 2 separate ones, huh? I should think that's not the reason why, Kay. I suppose I'll just help myself to one of these. Yeah, I figured we were going to be taking one of these pamphlets. So it's really interesting because... No, I didn't realize that this would be the trigger for the next event. I need to talk to my gal over there in the corner. Damn. Once again, I've misjudged. I thought that talking to her might be the trigger for the next event, because she's an important character. Dang. Hey, look, it's the Steel Samurai. And he's got his son, the Iron Infant, with him. Oh my god. I really hope it's still the same actor. I really, really hope. I love this music so much. Oh, good. We've got free reign. So we might still be able to walk around and chat to people. This is the perfect angle. Go, my image. Travel across the wave world and into every TV set around the globe. Oh, he's trying to be in the background of this shot. That's so funny. That's exactly what he looks like he's doing, is presenting the perfect angle. A more honest approach to appearing on TV might serve your ambitions better. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Cameraman? Where in tarnation are they? Come on, big scoop. Hey, mister, out of the way. Yeah, I'm talking here. I seem to remember this woman from somewhere. I don't know what her... Because I think I've only played games, that featured this character in Japanese. I don't think I know what her name in English is. Let's see if it comes up. I'm hoping that this isn't just a joke. Like, I'm hoping that she actually appears as a character in this case, but maybe it's just a kind of a callback joke. I seem to remember this woman from somewhere. You should know, Edgeworth. Yet my instincts are directing me not to engage in conversation with her. No. Perhaps it would be best if I left her alone. Oh, I really hope she actually comes up, in the case. These flowers were sent by Global Studios. Global Studios? That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They have been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled. Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's its name? You mean Mrs. Monkey? Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. Never underestimate my powers of recollection. It's not recollection. He's a massive fan of this show, and he just has a lot of knowledge of it. Okay, it appears that the child is watching a video from the first season of The Steel Samurai. Go, keep on fighting until your last breath. Go, my hero, the Steel Samurai. Completely absorbed in singing the theme song, I see. I'll let the child watch in peace, because I greatly respect him. Awesome. May I speak with you for a second? I've got to say, from the stature, I'm feeling like it's not going to be our guy. I'm feeling like maybe it's going to be a different actor in there. It's the Steel Samurai. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? Ahem. Please excuse me. It's just that I've never seen a superhero up close before. Oh my god, that's the cutest thing. Is this true though? Because, I don't know, I would have thought... I don't know. Don't our previous cases count? But then again, just stepping back from this scene for a second... In a lot of cases, where we find ourselves right now it's entirely possible that a murder, whatever murder is going to take place here, has already taken place. So this right now, this non-speaking costumed person, and quite frankly, even the baby in front of them, could be murderers or people involved in some other way. Could be someone else in this costume, Hang on. To Mr. Edgeworth, Steel Samurai... Steel Samurai... This looks like Steel Samurai Daddy. Ward Man of Neo Old Tokyo. Ward? I'm not sure if I'm reading that right. Looks like he's written something down for you. To Edgeworth from Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of Neo Old Tokyo. Or married. Wow, an autograph. Pretty cool that you got one, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Heh. He's already got many. He's got a cupboard full of them. Oh, that's so adorable. He love it. He's such a fan. He love it. Yeah. I wonder if this really is someone that shouldn't be in that costume. Mr. Steel Samurai, Ambassador Alba is waiting for you. Yeah, it's hella suspicious. And also, look how big that freaking card is. There's a body in that thing. What I was going to say before... Oh, no, hang on, I'm missing the dialogue. The Steel Samurai isn't only here for Jiro, but rather can be thought of as a goodwill ambassador from our own country as well. There he goes. Off to spread goodwill to the world. Okay, what I was thinking when we saw that building, you know, like, obviously we know there's a murder taking place here, and there's going to be an interesting building dynamic here, especially between the three sections. We've got one country, we've got another country, and we've got a kind of a neutral area, whatever that really is going to end up meaning practically. And immediately my thought is, what's at least, you know, there's going to be a thing happening where I feel sure of this. The murder is going to take place in one half, and yet, for whatever reason, it's going to be made to look like it took place in the other half, because obviously these two countries are going to be competing with each other, and I guess one of them, someone is going to, you know, it might not be the person who even is involved with the murder itself. It might just be someone who comes across the body and goes, oh hell no, we're not having that happen at our embassy. We're gonna get involved and make sure that this murder does not occur here and occurs in the other embassy. That's my prediction. And I reckon what we just saw there, you know, all my instincts are telling me that cart has a dead body in it. I don't know, and that person there is not the real Steel Samurai. So, yeah, that's my prediction at the moment. He really does seem like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment now. Cue camera. In just a few seconds, the Jammin' Ninja stage show is set to begin. After the show, the Jammin' Ninja will enter the Republic of Babal. He is set to meet with the ambassador of Babal at that time. Ah, the Jammin' Ninja show is about to start. We gotta get back to our seats. Regrettably, I don't have much of an interest in ninjas. Well, this show will change your mind. Come on, we have to hurry. Yay! Man, I can't believe... I mean, I can believe. Part of me is like, I can't believe once again we have a case featuring a competition between these two characters. And yet, of course I can. Of course I can. If we miss even a second of the Jammin' Ninja's awesome playing, I'll never forgive you. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, Kay? He loves it. He loves it. Ah, I could listen to that A Ninja Marked for Death's Lullaby song all day. His superb playing in that sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice, now that's the Jammin' Ninja's greatest weapon. Ah, those pieces of Jammin' Ninja merchandise over there, I've got to have them! Do we have a murder weapon here or what? I especially want the hair sticks they're selling exclusively at these shows. Exclusively at these shows. Exclusively at these shows. All right. It's, you know, obviously something else might be happening, but I just feel like it's very easy at this point to put together the pieces of where this is going. They're exactly like the ones the heroine, Princess Missola, wears in her hair. Anyway, hold it right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the Yatagarasu will be making an appearance tonight. Edgeworth. Read the room. Most likely it was simply a prank. No way. I just know the Yatagarasu will show. But I thought you said that the Yatagarasu doesn't send calling cards. Yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wind up being a wild goose chase. But that card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. A genuine fake? Well, how can I word this? The Yatagarasu's mark that's on the calling card is exactly the same as my mark. Get it now? We've got a problem. Here we go. Oh, synchronized running and and saluting. The Yatagarasu has been spotted in Alabast. Well, it could be rather than a dead body that may be the Yatagarasu or a fake Yatagarasu or something like that was also in that cart. What? You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Huh, so you finally decided to show yourself, you phony. Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but I will need to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey, the Steel Samurai just walked straight on through without one. Now if you don't hurry up and let me through, my phony is going to escape. Okay, a country's embassy is considered to be part of the country itself. If you don't go through the proper procedures to enter the country... Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to enter through Babal and climb over the wall into Alabast.
Hold it!
I couldn't have said that so loudly. You would tell a prosecutor straight out that you intend to illegally enter another... Okay, are you listening to me? Okay, Faraday, and I'm coming... K Faraday, and I'm coming through. Got it. Yes. And welcome, because they're like, everyone come in anytime. Someone stop her. Anyone. That is so funny. March 14, 6:12 p.m. open air stage. Interesting sounds. Site safety starts here. This building site is dangerous. Parents are advised to warn children. Strictly no admittance. Safety helmets, boots, high vis vests worn at all times. All visitors and drivers must report to the site office. Ugh. Okay, where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some way over this fence. Ah. Fire! This is too big for us to handle. Oh, that's what the sound is. Huh. Looks like the Yatagarasu came to Babal too. And so this brings us... You accursed Yatagarasu. Kay, you had better be alright, wherever you are. There we go. Ha! And so it begins. Oh, and there... Look at everyone coming back. All right. Well, that was a fabulous and really exciting start to this final case. Is that Manny on the ground there? Looks like it, right? Maybe? I really can't tell where this is going to go, but I'm very, 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 very excited about all of this. And I cannot wait to see how all of this is going to sort of unfold and then all kind of come together. I can imagine some of the things, but yet so many things are just like kind of beyond my imagination at this stage. So really excited. I'm just looking at that bear with the fish. That is so familiar to me. Haven't we seen that in past cases? In past games? I can't remember where though. Okay, that's going to drive me crazy. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. And as always, if you've been enjoying this playthrough, it would be great if you could give the video a like, or if you're not already, give the channel a subscribe, and that really helps Rebecca's Pixel Quest out a lot. And thank you so much. Let's dive into this case into the deeper depths in the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.